It's Larry here again, World's Panasonic. Um, yeah, I got my new little baby I just got a while back, and I wasn't gonna get another dog, but my other dog I lost last year, and I got lonely, started missing her, which I missed her from get go, but and I found this one, I guess right before Christmas. A lot of money, paid a lot of money for this little dog, but she's good company, but she's a puppy. She's chewing everything. Chewing everything. I mean, anything I have to watch my cables and stuff like that. Won't let her around my audio stuff, but as you can see right now, she's trying to chew my finger. But what I want to talk to you about, uh, watching CES, I was kind of anxious to see if Panasonic was going to show any their new TVs. Well, I couldn't find anything, so I done some research. And apparently, they're not going to release their 26 models until around May. They're going to show what they got. But also, in doing the research, I saw where Panasonic is considering selling their TV division. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know this or not, but a couple of 3 years ago, they started outsourcing their TVs to someone else. I'm not for sure who exactly is doing it, but they're having someone else make their TVs. Now, you can say what you want, but anytime you have someone else make something for you, even though you might give them this, the specifics on what you want them to do, how they want to make it, or how you want them to make it, it's still not the same as making it yourself. So I wasn't happy about that. So, apparently there's just like I said, there's just such a big market now. And a lot of people, especially people that really don't rely the 100% on picture quality and all that, they just want a great, big, huge screen. You got TVs now, these TCLs and Hisenses coming out. It's like 100 and some inch. I mean, huge TVs, bigger than the like LGs and Sonys and stuff. And they're putting a hurting on some of these companies, and prices are a lot cheaper. You can get one of those TV. You can get a huge TV by one of those companies. What you would pay for like a 55-inch Panasonic or something, because Panasonic's a lot more expensive TV generally. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think Panasonic as a audio and video company is not going to be what it used to be. Unfortunately, they seem to go into the green stuff. They're going into batteries. Of course, they've been in batteries. I think they make the batteries for Teslas, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think they used to. But they're talking about the routers, and they seem like they're more interested in the stuff kind of like related to AI stuff, all this, green stuff, I call it. And I'm not sure they're going to be making TVs. It may have the Panasonic name on it, but it won't be the same, I don't think. And Techniques, I haven't really heard anything new about if Techniques is going to come out with any new products this year. Seems like they're focusing on turntables and earbuds, which for me, is useless. I got a turntable. It does everything I need it to do. I'm sure if I had the money to buy one of the new ones, I could probably tell the difference. They've got new design in the motors and all this stuff, but no more than I use a turntable, because I'm not a big record player, analog fan like that, because I play CDs a lot where I record my music. Like I said, I get a lot of songs from, and their remixes and stuff like that. That's what I like. And 80s music is my favorite music. So we'll have to see what happens with Techniques as well. But Panasonic's future in audio and video is not going to be like it was in the old days, when they even had a pro line, of audio, especially video equipment, like cameras and VCRs and all that. Just stuff like that's fading away. And I'm not sure they're not going to be the only one. I mean, as time goes on, and these Korean companies and China companies start making these ultra cheap, huge TVs and stuff, it's going to affect other brands as well. You know, Sony and LG, probably Samsung. Who knows who else? So it's just beginning. Panasonic has been, you know, always been kind of expensive a lot more than some other companies. Like Techniques, I think I mentioned this before. The amplifier that I have, the SER1, when that system came out, 2016 maybe, 15 or 16, when Techniques came back, that system was 50-some thousand dollars, and that was for an amp, I called it a preamp, but they called it something else, streamer and all that, you know, hooked in, and then your speakers. So even the amp, that amp retailed for $25,999 or something like that. And I think they were selling, I think I remember, just out of curiosity, some of them was like, I don't know, 16, 17,000 that they were selling for. But it's outrageous to think that, and I hate to say this, but these what they call audiophile people who buy Macintosh and they buy Martin Logans and all this stuff, you know, this ultra expensive stuff, they would never pay that much for Techniques because they don't consider Techniques to be you know, a high quality audio brand. Even though Techniques invented a lot of technology that's probably in their equipment. You know, Techniques come out with the first 3-head tape deck. They was first to come out with Panasonic invented the laser pickup on DVD. And also the bonding process that bonds the two the two layers of discs together. But they don't get credit for any of that. So there's a lot of stuff they've come out with, that they invented or pioneered, and then all these other companies took it on. Like, okay, when your DVD players become big and the Blu-ray players, Panasonic was the first ones to come out with dual HDMI outputs. Now everybody's doing it. You look at all DVD Blu-ray players now; they've got an HDMI out for your video and one for the audio. So I just know I just have to keep up with what's going on, and I'll try to keep you informed as I learn anything, as time goes on. So, but we may not have Panasonic as we know it, because if the Japanese is not taking, and coming out with new technologies in the TVs, and they're just selling it off to somebody and just slapping Panasonic's name on it, we're probably not going to get the improvements every year that we usually see, Maybe not a lot, but slightly better improvements on stuff. So when we do find out, like I said, May rolls around and they come out with a new line, I'll try to inform you what I know. But I guess that's about it for now. Today, Saturday, the 17th of January, I don't go into much detail right now on this video. I don't make it too long. But I ordered a new RCA cable for my sound system, for my power amp to preamp. And based on a review from, I think his name's Steve Hoff. He's got a channel on YouTube. And he had a $700-some audio cable that he paid $700-some for. It was a what did he call it? A Red Dawn, and ultra high end cable. And this particular cable, when he bought it, and I think it cost me $27. It was $34 and something with shipping and everything added to it. He said it bested his other cable. So I was interested to see what it would do, and if no more than it was, I've got it. It's supposed to be here today. So once it gets here, if it comes in a little bit, I'll do an introduction. I'll show you the cable before I install it. And I also wanted to, I think what I'm going to try to do, if I don't get flagged, Uh, I'm also going to show you my lights that I've got in my room. I've never showed those before. I call them the, I guess, disco party lights. What do you want to call them? I had put them in a little bit at where Spencer's used to sell them, and they flash to the music. It's pretty cool, you know, with the dark. You can see the room behind me right there. This door's open, how dark it is in there. That's daytime. You know, that's with the door open. So anyway, and I will try to play us music, but I'll probably do an instrumental. I don't think they flag instrumentals as bad as they do vocals, because I have done it before and never gotten any kind of trouble for it. So, yeah, I'll do that review on that cable. Well, I'll show you the cable, like I said, what it looks like. It's a super nice looking cable. I love the connectors on it. And then I'll take it in there and install it, and I'll do another video letting you hear what it sounds like. What you got to realize when you're listening to anything on YouTube, especially if you're recording off a cell phone like I am, you're not going to hear exactly what I'm hearing, and you're not going to hear the bass, but you might, you know, you get some idea of what I'm talking about. So until then, I guess I'll get off here and try to do something a little mean this here. You know, she's something else. I tell you, I love her though, even though I can't wait till she quits teasing and all that. So you guys out there have a great weekend, and the mail should be running here within the next couple hours. Says it's due today, so Amazon's usually pretty good about telling you when something's going to arrive. So I will be back, and like I say, show you the cable, then we'll install it, and we'll see if it sounds like it's supposed to, what the review says. So everybody out there, have a good weekend, and rediscover music techniques.